Hello, I have with me Sreevathsa. He is the founder of a startup based out in Mumbai, Servify. Hello, Sreevathsa.
Hi.
Sreevathsa, you started with Servify. You mentioned you started with the startup 4 years back.
Yeah,
So, how you thought about Servify? What were you doing prior to that?
sure. So I'll talk about myself a little before I'll come to Servify
Servify.
in a bit because that will help explain the background. So I worked all my career in the corporate world in the OEMs, which are like the manufacturers, and carriers, which are like the telecom operators. And 2009, I became an entrepreneur for the first time, and that's been my journey since then. So this is my third startup, but first was a very successful startup. I sold that company in 2014. I started another one for a brief period because I had a 1 year golden period which I couldn't start anything something similar. And 2015 and 2016 is when I started Servify. So Servify, I've been always in the after sales service. When I started my career, it was not supposed to be a sexy field because it's a thankless job. You don't really find investments because it's more of obligation of a customer after sales that you manage. But I think I'm extremely proud and happy today because today people don't buy products, they buy experiences. And experiences post sale is become extremely critical because some of these devices are becoming part of our lives. So you can't stay out of your phone for 2 hours, right? So service experience becomes extremely critical, and that's where we thought there's a huge opportunity, and that's what Servify does. So in short, Servify is a platform to manage device life cycle, especially we started with electronics, everything post sale until your next purchase. So which includes 1 year of OEM warranty or manufacturer's warranty, then on demand service, then you want to upgrade, you want to buy back, you want to buy additional warranty or a damage protection. All these are powered by our platform, and we work very closely with the manufacturers because our belief is only manufacturers who produce their products can give great service and not any third parties, and that's been our business model.
What were the hurdles from your journey in these 4 years to bring
Okay.
Servify to this level now that you have spread across boundaries?
Yeah.
So how were the hurdles? How was the journey?
So first of all, the mindset, because you and I come from a OEM background, right, manufacturer background. The whole always the mindset was we have an obligation for 1 year because that's where the warranty ends, and then it's customer's problem, right? But we all use our products for more than 1 year. So changing mindset, of course, it's changing with new age companies, but many of the historical processes or everything was built around 1 year of obligation and a cost center mindset rather than it's our duty to deliver great experience to the customer, and you can charge him for it because customer is what is Amazon Prime. People pay monthly fee just to get that 4 hour delivery, right? So uh, unfortunately the OEMs never participated, so it was tough to get OEMs into this play. It was only an Apple which actually built a service business, which is a Fortune 500 business. Apple Care is their after sales service business, which is a $6.6 billion Fortune 500 company. Unfortunately, there was no other OEMs who actually built such a business, and instead, because all these products break, etc., right? So insurers built that business. So if you see globally, it's a $30 billion after sales warranty business alone. And who are the top players? Other than Apple, it's all insurers because it's a risk business. Unfortunately, that was a difficult change, and OEMs thought that service is limited to 1 year of manufacturer's warranty and not breakage warranty or not after sales service where the customer pays. So because it's when a customer pays, he demands, right? So it was painful, but I think people started understanding. Second, after sales service never got the strategic priority in most companies. They only remained, we are a very customer centric company, but it was only presentations, to be honest, because service reports to sales, sales reports to somebody else, business. But therefore, in every financial planning, etc., service was planned as a cost center. So you have a liability, so you have to service them. And versus saying service itself can have a CEO, right? Because it can be a business. I think that was a big mindset change, and that's where we took time. But I'm extremely happy OEMs understand it, and it's where they make money. Because, for example, let's take any random brand, any brand of your choice, not random. Let's say Samsung. If they sell 50 million phones a year, they sell about 50 million phones. There are 150 million phones already in use, where those customers also need service, and if they need service, they have to pay for it. So it can be a profit center, it can be a business, rather than only 50 million customers on which you have a cost. So I think it was a big mind shift or a change, so which OEMs are now understanding or have been able to understand. Second, there was no real technology that was built, because when it comes to after sales service, like when you order on Amazon, all that you care is the product comes and gets delivered. You don't really care who's the seller, you don't really care who's the delivery logistics partner, you don't really care who was the payment gateway. But to get all of them in the service side like Amazon was also a challenge, and nobody built a platform for it, and that's what we built. So we deeply integrate with OEMs, therefore it is enterprise, and we don't really go to customer direct, because you don't buy an Apple Care of Servify, you buy an Apple's Apple Care. You buy a Samsung product, so you buy a Samsung Care. So we said we have to white label, and that's where integration with the OEM, with the ecosystem, with the service providers, with the call center, with the logistics provider was necessary. And therefore our sales efforts from the time we first talked to actually go live, it's probably 6 to 9 months. But once you're in, you're in. And that's been our journey. The beauty is, once you integrate with the OEM or with the carrier or with the company once, you can scale globally. And that's what we've been able to do. And we are lucky to work with almost all the top brands, Apple, Samsung, OnePlus, Xiaomi, Motorola, Nokia, you name the brand, Bose, Vodafone, Airtel, all of the brands, all of the carriers, all of the OEMs. And it also helps us scale beyond India. And that's what we are doing now.
Is this innovation you presented inside is the same that you're talking about or similar?
Yeah, so when you look at warranty as a business opportunity, I'll just come to a specific opportunity of our life cycle play. So typically the warranty on extended warranty or a damage protection, because these products come with the manufacturer's warranty, but if it breaks, it's your cost. But you can buy an insurance on top of it, typically, if you see. So typically it's a risk-based warranty on top of the manufacturer's warranty. Now, if you're selling a risk product, you want to reduce the risk as much as possible. And that's why a damage protection as a product or as a service, you typically can buy only at the point of sale, which means at the time of purchase of the device, because you know that it is working, it is not damaged. After 30 days, after 60 days, after 100 days, after 1 year, you don't know unless physically somebody verifies that there is no breakage. So how do you scale that? If you want to buy a damage protection on a product which is already 1 year old, you can't really buy anywhere, because nobody participated, because there was no technology to determine whether the product is damaged or not. And that's the crack screen detection technology that we built, where you don't have to do anything. The app detects if there is already a cracked screen. So you're not dependent on some physical person saying everything is okay. If it is broken, it is broken. The technology will determine, and that's a patent pending technology that we built. Now, what does that do? So just to give you some numbers, phone again alone, smartphones worldwide, around 1.5 billion smartphones are sold, but there are close to about 6 billion plus smartphone users in the world. So your opportunity to sell warranty initially is only for 1.5 billion phones, because it is sold through new when it was new, and in that you may have a 5% attach, and that itself is a $30 billion opportunity. Now with this, I'm able to cover the rest of the $4.5 billion, and imagine a 1% attach, that's another $30 billion opportunity, which nobody participated. So that's where we are betting big. We launched with Vodafone this technology. Now we just launched with Airtel under a program called Jump. Just upgrade my phones from a 2G to 4G customer. If he upgrades, Airtel is giving a free screen protection cover for a year, or as long as they are Airtel customers, and that's powered by us. So we just launched about 10 days back.
So now Servify is dealing with such biggies in the market, but there is going to be a competition. There must be a competition. So how you plan, Sreevathsa, to deal with this?
Excellent question. So I think one of the things that we did differently is the ecosystem integration. Unfortunately, nobody built technology for after sales service when it comes to device and electronics. And I think that's a definite advantage that we have. Of course, people are building, but coming from that background, knowing the nuances, in service, you have 100 customers coming to you, or in warranty business, you have 100 people buying your product. 98 are good people. It's those 2 people who may screw the whole business. And identifying those 2 without compromising experience for 98 is a differentiator. And that's possible when you understand the space and when you have technology to consistently deliver. And I think that's what we've built, number 1. Number 2, I think OEM integrations is a huge differentiator, because we are fully aligned with the OEMs. And the moment I am a B2B company, if you see today, so we don't go direct to consumer, and it's the same channel of the OEM, so there is no conflict of interest. I think that's a second differentiator, which none of the competition in the business have really followed. They go direct to consumer. So I don't go direct to consumer. So I can work with anyone. That's a second advantage. Third, I think we build technologies like this, which is way ahead of what others could even build a transactional process. So I think you have a good transactional process management technology to bring efficiency. You have a great innovation to bring down risk. You have a great customer experience attitude from experience. I think all of this differentiate us. Like I said, it's still day one, but I think we are here for building a massive, massive business. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Servify is here with Aegis Graham Bell Awards for the first time.
Correct.
How you feel? How were the questions? How was the jury facing the jury? How was the time given to you? Was it sufficient?
Yeah, I think it was perfect. It was well set up. Yes, this is the first time we're here. You know, I'm extremely passionate, at the same time extremely practical. We felt we built technology, but innovation for, you know, making justice to Graham Bell, I think we needed a technology that was worth demonstrating. So that's why we are here only after 4 years, because you need to have a mature technology to really showcase.
Exactly.
So I think that's why we are here only this year. But at the same time, I think juries asked very practical questions, because they could really feel that problem. They have faced it in the past or in their lives. So I think the questions were very practical and relevant, including challenging questions like, how do you do? Because this is not some theory that I was talking. I was talking about showing with a live case of a broken screen getting detected. So I think interesting questions. I'm hoping people liked it.
We hope the same, Sreevathsa, and we hope to see you again.
Thank
and
you.
even all the best for the title.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much. Thanks a lot.